Oh, how's it going, everybody? How the hell are you? Welcome back to the Nerdy Jock Jock Talk. I'm the Nerdy Jock, Nick Angle. And yes, I am back on the airwaves after what was an absolutely horrendous week for me, for a bunch of people, for Habs fans, for England fans. You name it. It was a bad week. Little recap. I came back from a buddy's bachelor party, and that's why I didn't record then. And then I had my second shot for COVID, and I wasn't feeling great. So that's why I didn't record right after the Habs lost in Game 6. So I'm here doing it now, and I'm still sad about it, but it's okay. Here's the thing. You get a bunch of Leaf fans and other people goofing on you. The Habs lost to the Tampa Bay Lightning, and rightfully so. I mean, CN Tower got lit up. But you gotta get there for just even a chance to win the Stanley Cup. Here's an idea. Maybe don't open your mouth if you haven't seen the second round in well over a decade. Even in the last 15 years, the Habs have been to the Eastern Conference Final like 3 times. How many times have the Leafs been? I'm pretty sure it's 0. Oh yeah, and you lost to a Zamboni driver. Look, it sucks. And then to top it all off, and yes, I'm going to talk about it, Nikita Kucherov. I'm of two minds of this whole thing because there's a part of me that wants players to express themselves and, be funny or be the heel and be the villain because everybody needs a good villain. You can goof on the team. You can goof on the GMs for voting your goalie not the Vezina Trophy winner. That's fine. But why the fans, man? I mean, I get it. You're in Tampa Bay. You have no idea what a passionate fan is. You wouldn't know one if it stood up and smacked you in the face with a Bud Light. That's okay. Hey, and you know what? You scored, what was it? 32 points in the playoffs. That's fine. We won't talk about the fact that 19 of those points came on the power play because apparently if there's an extra guy on the ice, you don't know what to do. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, you're allowed to say what you want. And if you want that, then fans are allowed to say what they want. You'll never know what it's like to have Habs Nation stand behind you. You'll never know what it's like to be thought of as a god. You'll never know what it's like to be risen to the rafters of the Bell Center with the likes of Guy Lafleur and Yvon Cornwallis and Rocket Richard. Yeah, Habs fans got a little excited. Habs fans wrote the history books, bud. It's the oldest team in the league. There is no league without the Montreal Canadiens. And there are 2 fan bases. Yeah, I said 2. That are probably the most passionate in the entire NHL. And you don't know anything about it. So pardon me, I'll explain. You got the Montreal Canadiens and you got the Toronto Maple Leafs. And yes, I said it. The Toronto Maple Leafs are a super passionate fan. How can you not be? How can you not look at them? They haven't passed the first round in over a decade and their fans come in droves. I live in the city. I love the city. Leaf fans drive me nuts a little times, but gotta respect it. Gotta respect the devotion to that team. And Montreal Canadiens fans, we're the most passionate fans in the league. And yes, every now and then a cop car needs to get flipped over. I don't know why we're acting like this is a bad thing. The point is, you want to be the heel, congratulations. You will come to the Bell Center and you will get booed mercilessly from the time you step on the ice to the time that you leave. Congrats, you've done it. Well done. But then you'll also be forgotten in the aisles of history. You'll be a footnote in the pages that are the NHL. You'll just be another good player. But Habs fans will live on. Habs fans will be here forever. I think that's really all I got to say about it. I get it. You don't really know much about winning. You're Russian. It's understandable. Anyway, moving on. The NHL playoffs are over. The Tampa Bay Lightning are the Stanley Cup champions 2 times in a row. That's right. One, they didn't have to travel anywhere. They got to stay in one place and play all the games. The second one, I don't even think they crossed a time zone. But they did it. And you got to give it to them. Well done. Hey, over the cap, yada, 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 doesn't really matter. They're still the champions. Vasilevsky put on a show. You got to give him credit. That team, hey, big ups to them. And I think for the Montreal Canadiens, I think a lot of people are looking at them as, maybe this is a one and done. I don't think so. I think this is a team that, has gained a lot of experience. Look at what happened last year to this year. They've been able to battle through an entire NHL playoff, get all the way to the Stanley Cup final, lose it, sure. But hey, you gotta give them a hand. And it was tough to watch, but hey. And then of course, moving right along, the Euro final with England and Italy. Yeah, there's a part of me that has a rough history with the English. But, I was kind of cheering for them a little bit. Mostly because I used to live in Little Italy, and those people just drove me nuts during World Cups and Euro Cups. But again, Italy pulls it out in penalties. And really, those things are coin flips. To the kids who missed, hey, that is an insane amount of pressure on home soil. It's not easy. And hopefully, it's a great learning experience for them and they come back stronger next year. Or, well, I guess it's in 2 years, right? Is the World Cup? Anyway, rough to be a Habs fan and cheering for England in that week. But that's okay. We move on. All right, this weekend, I'm excited. Not only is it my birthday, but F1 is starting their sprint challenge. Yes, this weekend it's going to be a little crazy. And I would suggest if you are a fan of F1, if you enjoy the sport of racing, you got to tune in this weekend and check it out. As for my understanding, this is how it's going to break down. On Friday, there will be a late qualifying. That qualifying will set the grid for the sprint challenge on Saturday. Now, depending on how they finish on that Saturday is going to set the grid for the Sunday race. The Saturday challenge, though, is 30 minutes of racing. There is no tire change as far as I can see, and there is no mandatory pit stop. It's 30 minutes and go. I'm excited that it's going to be at Silverstone. I think that's a great place, a historic track to do this on, and it's going to see if they do that next year and in more races. I don't see how you can really do it in places like Monaco. I feel like that is too tight of a track to pull off this kind of a thing. But at some tracks that are a little bit bigger, there's maybe some more passing opportunities. I think it's a great idea, and it makes you watch on Saturday as well. It's a little bit of a race on Saturday. So anyway, we'll see how it all goes down. I'm super excited about it. Silverstone this weekend. You guys let me know what you think after the race. And let me know if you like it or if you've seen anything on it. Do you like the idea? Please let me know in the comments below. Man, it's a hell of a race weekend. All right, moving on to baseball. And I tried to film a video before this. And anyway, it didn't really matter. But now a lot of stuff has happened. And last night was the All-Star game. And Vladimir Guerrero came out to play. Yes. He is the MVP of the All-Star game with a huge home run. 68 feet or something like that. Crazy. But Shohei Ohtani, holy cow. Man, I will pay to go and see this guy play baseball. The two of them. There is such great young talent. Shohei, let's just call him Showtime. It's awesome to watch him. His pitching is unbelievable. The guy can hit. Obviously didn't hit last night, but it's just so fun to watch, and I'm glad that there is finally a player that is doing both of these things, and hopefully there's some players younger that are seeing this and being like, I'm going to do that too, or I want to do that too. This idea of like specializing, and even here on YouTube where it's like, well, you got to do one thing, you got to niche down. Why? Why can't we do multiple things? Why are we hindered by the powers that be? Just do what you want to do. And like, let's just have fun with it. I enjoy sports and I like nerd stuff. I'm just going to put a channel together that does both. To hell with the algorithm. Screw them. But it's really fun watching baseball now. Now, looking at the All-Star break and the Blue Jays up until this point, I think consistency is still going to be a thing. I've said it since day one. It is really hard for 162 games to nitpick at each game. I think there is growth, though. They've somewhat addressed the bullpen right now. We'll see where they are in a couple of weeks. Come trade deadline, do they do something? Do they not? I really hope they do something. I think you can't waste what you have right now, especially offensively. I just, because next year, you're not a sure thing to have Marcus Semien, and even next year, you're not a sure thing to have this kind of offense again. You don't know. What if the league adjusts and, it could all go pear-shaped. So I think you got to somewhat strike while the iron's hot. I mean, you're not giving up the farm here, but you got to give these guys an opportunity, at least to try and get them into the playoffs, see if they can do some damage. And where the pitchers now, because they don't have that tacky stuff on the ball, maybe you don't need the best defense. Maybe you power your way to a World Series title. I mean, that's kind of the way it's looking right now. But we'll see. Again, Blue Jays, I'm enjoying watching them. I think that they really have an opportunity here, and you just hope that the head office can see that too and gives them a shot. But we'll see. You guys let me know what you guys think of the Blue Jays during the half of the season now in the comments below. Please. Thank you. All right. And last but not least, let's talk. There's been some developments in the hockey world, the news. That's kind of why I'm filming this thing now. It's been at least good that I waited until now. But Dominic Ducharme has been extended. Luke Richardson has also been extended. It's really crazy to me that this has happened, because if they didn't make the playoffs, are any of these guys around? I don't think they are. So you really hope that it's not lightning in a bottle. I like Dominic Ducharme. I like the fact that there is a younger coach. He's got some different ideas. And we'll see where this whole thing goes. But kind of weird how that whole thing played out. The Minnesota Wild buying out Ryan Suter and Zach Parise. Holy cow. I guess that you had to do it for a little bit of cap relief, but you're not getting a lot. So, yeah, we're going to see where that one plays out. It's a bit crazy in terms of the breakdown of, how much they're still paying these guys. And they're the exact same contract. So you're not really getting a whole ton of relief from doing this. So I question the move a little bit. I guess you felt like there was nowhere else to go there. Billy Guerin, again, it's a move. We'll see, because you got to make room for the young guys. So we'll see how it all plays out. And last but not least, Pekka Rinne retiring from the NHL. A great goalie. Integral to the Nashville Predators. Just a ton of fun to watch as a fan of goaltending. This guy was just an unbelievable career. Hall of Fame worthy? I don't know. I maybe. You guys would have to let me know in the comments below. I don't think so. I mean, longevity wise, yes, but again, they're letting just about anybody into the Hall of Fame. It's really not that difficult to get in. I'd like to see maybe some standards set. But, yeah, I don't know. Pekka Rinne, Hall of Fame? Good question. We'll see. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in, checking it out. Little bit of a sad one. I had to sit down for this, but Toronto Blue Jays are now taking into the summer. We've got F1 going full bore now with the Sprint Series Super excited. Remember, guys, hit that like button if you like this video. Smack that subscribe. It is totally free to do, and it really just helps me grow this channel, guys. But until then, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, guys, remember, it's always game time, baby. Let's go!